Gas is back to $4 a gallon, but Donald Trump wants to talk about 2020.
Election infrastructure.
Let's talk about January 6th when the desperate man at the Ellipse incited a riot to stop the clock. Last night, he ran the exact same playbook. Only this time, he has the full power of the White House. And he's signaling blanket pardons to anyone helping him undermine the midterm elections this November. This isn't a grievance. It's a blueprint.
I mean, that was cute.
You want to make a TikTok with me, bro? TikTok.
TikTok. Let's make a TikTok. Here we go. This is it. This is the one I was going for here. Let's see if we get this one.
Yeah, why couldn't have been him? I'm sorry.
And they've already made a T-shirt out of it. They've already made a T-shirt. You know, they got now this is, now I'm sorry, but now this is why God made AI right here. This is why we have AI. There we go. No! Yeah. And then we can make a T-shirt right away. You got to admit, Blue, that's one excuse for using AI.
Okay.
No, she's not buying it. I didn't sell her. All right. Hey, Agri. Hey, Agri.
Yes, hi, Agri.
Hi.
And you know that foolishness. What bugs me is, and I knew it was going to happen because they fall for it. Whenever he gets out and tells all these lies about the election, the media goes into fact check mode, fact check, and they prove that he's lying. He doesn't care. That's not the point. He's trying to rev up his January 6th crowd all over again, get them all mad and angry. And when the media starts fact checking, that just serves his purpose, because then they go, look, see, the media's hiding it. It's a conspiracy by the media.
And well, the smart thing the media did is, like, a lot of them didn't show it, which my family was like, why aren't they showing it? So then they found CBS, and CBS started at the beginning of it saying 2020 wasn't stolen, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be about this. They started like doing a disclaimer at the beginning, and they walked out of the room because they only wanted to hear Trump speak. They did not want to hear anything negative from the media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Claire.
Welcome
Claire.
back, Claire. Good to see you.
Where you been? Where you been? We've been taking rolls.
Gosh. Well, I was in New York City.
I know.
I was in New York City for a trade show, and Kentucky for a conference, and then I had a family emergency with a hospitalization. But
no.
That's all better.
I was worried something like that might be going on. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
everything's okay.
Okay.
But it just kind of. Yeah, well, yes, the immediate problem was corrected, but we got some follow-ups we got to get somebody to the doctor for, and so hopefully everything will be fine.
Where in Kentucky did you go?
I was in Louisville. I tried checking on Mitch.
Oh,
but,
that's fancy.
You know.
That's fancy Kentucky. We don't really count Louisville. They're too fancy.
Yeah, I tried checking on Mitch while I was there, but then he put out the proof of life, so of course we all bought that. Fine.
Maybe. Yeah, all my family's in Eastern Kentucky, and they consider Louisville just part of Ohio or something.
Yeah, exactly. I was barely over the bridge.
Yeah. Well, did you watch Old Dumbass last night?
Oh, I can't take watching him live. I just have to watch the highlights after. So.
But now, Blue, going to your point about see, I was actually a little sorry that the media didn't cover it. Just like back when I would watch all of his rally speeches during the campaign, and I'd get so frustrated that normal people, weren't swing voters, were not seeing them. Is I think he's best served when sensible people don't see him, and because I just think I would rather all the coverage I would rather people been watching their pit or whatever on their favorite show last night and have it get interrupted by him ranting like a crazy person about something that happened 6 years ago. I would rather swing voters see that than not see it. So I wasn't real pleased they didn't carry it, actually.
Well, I heard him say something about China got voter rolls, but you can buy voter rolls in most states.
Yeah. Not hard.
Yeah.
My favorite was the staffer that was outside the White House that said, there is no evidence of election interference. And then Caroline Leavitt came and ushered him away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is he the one the reporters chased across the lawn at one point?
Yeah.
They chased him everywhere. Yeah.
He literally said they found no evidence of election interference at all. And then Caroline Leavitt was there and she was like, nope, you can't talk to them, and moved him away.
Wow.
So he probably got fired this morning. Just saying.
Speaking of Kentucky, here's our favorite Republican until we actually read what he's for and what he's against. But nevertheless, Massie on his take on it all.
But I don't think the problem, is that our elections aren't secure, because we control the House, we control the Senate, we control the White House, and in some degree we control the Supreme Court. So I asked my Republican colleagues, why are you complaining about election fraud? We won all the damn elections. The fraud that's going on is we're not holding ourselves to the promises that we made of fiscal responsibility, putting America first, making America healthy. The problem is we're wasting the opportunity that we were given in these elections, that we won, all of them.
And Ossoff last night pointed out the only fraud in Georgia was committed by Donald Trump when he made his call to rig the election. I mean, rig the numbers.
Did anybody watch on Fox? Did they carry it? And did they?
Oh, yes.
Did they say anything about their $787 million settlement?
No, here. I scrutinized Fox, and they didn't carry it live. They carried bits of it, and every time he would say something about the election, their lawyers would make them read a disclaimer. And I've got it on tape. I'll go find it. They would read a disclaimer because I knew going in their lawyers were probably all over their asses in the control room because they paid $800 million for promoting his shit. And this is what he's doing all over again. And anyway, so they did this disclaimer, but the most interesting was Hannity. I taped Hannity to see what he did. He barely noticed it. I mean, and he covers, like somebody I saw online say, he covers Trump, he comprehensively covers Trump every time he farts, and he barely mentioned it, did a little short reel on it, and then went to other culture war crap and transgender and whatever, and didn't even have any Trump people on to talk about the speech. So Fox either ignored it, dismissed it, or disclaimed the whole thing. I mean, so that was really interesting how Fox handled it.
Another big thing that happened yesterday that wasn't nearly all over the news is that Cindy McCain is endorsing Katie Hobbs, who is a Democrat, for the governor of Arizona. And Republicans are losing their shit over it.
Oh. Well,
also, her son is endorsing her too. Yeah.
Meghan McCain
of course
upset about it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's Dexter.
Yeah,
we got Dexter and Eggery here. We got a full house. All right, there we go. There's Dexter. Whoa. Dexter's got some fancy digs on. Let's see. Let's do a fit check.
Oh, this is rise to the occasion. It says it's a shirt they passed out at a Michigan football game. That's Michigan colors.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Blue.
Well, I'll take that as a midterm message. I like that.
That's kind of why I wore it. I'm going to convert it to a political shirt.
Yeah, which reminds me, that's true. Don't forget our midterm message: cost, chaos, and corruption. That's what we're running against. The 3 C's: cost, chaos, corruption. Got to get that in somewhere every time.
I bought a shirt that just says, "I believe in human rights for all."
That's good.
So,
I believe in preserving the republic, and I think Trump is a threat to the republic. He is trying to become a dictator, and I can't believe that these Republicans in Congress are just going to go along with that, because once he becomes dictator, he doesn't need them anymore either.
And I have been telling my calls to Congress starting a year ago in February were a dictator does not need legislators.
Right. Yeah. Well, and this whole business of how Johnson, when they're going to lose a vote, he just shuts down the House and everybody goes home so they don't have to vote on anything. I mean, that's a new one. I'd never seen that before. That kind of craziness. Oh, here we go. Here I pulled the.
A bunch of them have committed treason.
And but oh, you're so right, Nash. You nailed that last night. After the speech. I mean, that's what that was. I mean, it's a declaration of war on democracy for the midterms, and that's why it makes me crazy. The media spends all this time fact checking his claims about election fraud 6 years ago. I mean, that's just a distraction. I mean, they don't even need to spend time on that, because the people that believe that are never going to be convinced anyway. It's just a waste of time to get into it. Oh, here's how Fox handled it last night.
Oh God.
Here's how they handled it.
Also heard the president make claims that electronic voting machines are vulnerable and easily compromised. Fox News has not seen that evidence yet, is not in a position to evaluate the accuracy of the president's statements and claims at this time. He also heard the president.
That's what they did. In his speech, every time they had this woman, I don't even know who she was, but they had her ready to go. And every time he would make a claim, they would freeze this, or they would turn off his volume, and then have whoever this woman is read this
heard the president make claims that electronic voting machines are vulnerable and easily compromised. Fox News has not seen that evidence yet, is not in a position to evaluate the accuracy of the president's statements and claims at this time. He also heard
CYA.
And that, I mean, they had a $778 million judgment against them for airing just the kind of crap he said last night, and so their lawyers swooped in and said, "We got to cover our asses."
I wonder if Trump saw a rerun of the Fox News coverage, or his staff.
I bet he has today.
Maybe his staff kept him from seeing that version. Maybe they showed him the C-SPAN version.
Well, see, what happens is the staff tries to do that, but then all these crazies that they can't control who he talks to, like Laura Loomer. She'd be Laura Loomer. She hates Fox. She has a big war with Fox. So I'll bet you Laura Loomer sent him this clip, and that's how he'll get it. Is one of those people will send it to him, or his son. His son Barron tracks a lot of this dark web stuff and sends it to his mother and his father. That's where they get a lot of stuff that the staff tries to keep away from them.
Well, everybody needs to be calling the representative and senators no to the SAVE Act. Once again, because it's popping up.
How do young people like Laura Loomer get so high up? I mean, to more or less run the country, and she's so young. What's her background?
Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's the internet. I mean, they have influencers on TikTok. Probably TikTok is the most popular now.
And the thing is that, and I'm going to say it, is that younger generations go on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff to look for their news and information. And that's how TPUSA got into all these people's minds to change them that are in college, because they're on the internet all the time. And then on top of it, and I'm seeing this go on, is that people believe these internet videos are the truth. They don't research it themselves. They just take it for what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see that on the left too. It bugs me on the left when I see that.
Yeah, it happens all over the place with different stuff. But
I mean, just like that, a good example recently when we had to drill into that Troy Jackson thing. When they said that he threw a bottle at a woman, and when we dug into that, even the website that launched it had to retract it, and but then it got out in the bloodstream, and the right wing picked it up. Washington Examiner did a whole story. He threw a bottle at a woman. That's what this group says. And then, even though without ever saying, the group retracted the story, but now it's out there. So I mean, that happens. I mean, that happens. It's a particular problem with the Bernie crowd. The Bernie crowd is real prone to doing that kind of thing. They did it to Hillary over and over again. And I hate to see them get activated and pull those stunts again, because it doesn't help their cause.
They did that to Troy Jackson in Maine also. I mean, there was a story floating around that he had committed mortgage fraud. And I looked into it, and it's not true. All right. He owned 2 houses, and one of them was in northern Maine, like a 4-hour drive away from the state capital. That's where he lives. That's his house. That's his primary residence. But he had a house also in the state capital. He rented an apartment for a long time, but then he got a house. Anyway, when he went to get a mortgage, one of his friends said, "Hey, you can get a VHA mortgage if you declare it as your primary residence." So he did, just to get the mortgage. But legally, in Maine, his primary residence is still in northern Maine, in the town of Allagash, which is a tiny little town way up in the tip of Maine.
Allagash, that's a beer, isn't it? Isn't that a beer, Allagash? Because it's a really good beer, as I recall. Anyway,
Allagash.
Allagash, yeah.
Allagash is a river, but it's also a little town.
I was thinking it was a beer. Jack will know. Hey, Jack, is Allagash a beer? Have you ever heard of Allagash beer? No? Yeah, okay. Never mind. Hello, Jack.
Hey.
Hi, Jack.
Oh, we're fools on the left. We're fools.
If we're fools, why are you posting bumper stickers?
F the left. Oh, we got some intelligent comments.
Joker's on the right here.
Well, here's a good one. Okay, I'll get this. Victor Rivera. Trump did a bad job last night. Yeah,
it was.
His voice sounded really like he was really tired. His eyes were all bags under him, and he's talking slower than usual.
Stinson doesn't want us picking our noses or our butts. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a good advice. Good advice. The debate last night. This is the main debate last night. Thanks to Nash, I paid attention and got it recorded. That's bad. I gathered Nash, like me. I got a little bit off the Bellows train last night. I had been rooting for her, but I don't know. I got the sense you're backing off from her. You were originally for her, right, Nash?
Well, I didn't know much about the other candidates. I knew about Plattner, but I didn't know the other ones that well. But I did have a positive impression of Bellows, because she was the one when the Trump Justice Department or whatever department tried to get the voter list of Maine. She told him to go jump in the Gulf of Maine. She was the secretary.
Yeah.
She was not going to give him a list of registered voters, period.
Right.
And that was my first encounter with her. And I said, she's got her head screwed on straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question. Voter rolls are you can buy them for most states, not all, but for most of them.
Oh,
so why is they don't want to pay for them? Couldn't they just go buy them if they really wanted them?
I think it's intimidation.
I think they wanted more information than what is publicly available. Now, and public available is, in Missouri at least, is pretty extensive. They know your address and who you are and what primary you voted in.
Well, that's one of the deep and dark things about the SAVE Act, that it doesn't get as much discussion, is this item around here about, let's see, the uses the flow. Yeah, they get lists and remove. They want to purge lists. They're wanting to get a lot of these lists so that they can find ways to purge them, for one thing.
Yeah.
And
well, they have tightened up over the last 20 years on the voter rolls. In the state of Missouri, they've cross-referenced counties now, so that there was one time when I was moving back and forth, and I was registered 3 different places. 2 different precincts in Kansas City and back down in the country, because I wanted to vote, and I moved from one election, so I'd register and then turn around and I'd move 6 months later, move again, and re-register. So yeah, I could have voted 3 different times if I wanted to drive around the state of Missouri. but they've tightened that up quite a bit in the last 20 years. That was back.
Well, the essential thing about the SAVE Act is they're trying to federalize elections so that the federal government can control how states run elections. I mean, that is something conservatives ought to be scared of. If
and also,
think about
Trump said last night, to vote, you're going to have to prove citizenship. I heard him say it.
So then the government should make it really easy for us to do that and free.
But I'm saying
they're not going to do that.
The things Jack's
require ID, they should provide it.
Exactly. Yeah. No poll tax.
Right.
That's not their game plan. They're
no jumping through hoops.
They're going to make us do it and get a passport or something. Because he said, I'll repeat, to vote this year, you're going to have to prove citizenship. That's what he said.
This is all a smokescreen. What they really want to do.
That's what he said.
They want to keep Democrats from voting, period. That's what this is all about. It has nothing to do with voter fraud.
And an easy way to do that is to make sure that women don't get to vote, because women vote Democratic Party more than men do.
Yes, they do.
They're going to know women are not going to take time from their busy lives to go try to find their birth certificate and go through the rigmarole to get their birth name and their married name and their next name and whatever. And they know that people, like poor people that can't afford to get a passport, are not going to go get a passport. They're just trying to discourage them. When I go vote November, I'm not going to have to show a birth certificate. I'm going to show my driver's license and vote.
Yeah, but you're a man. So that's the reason why it's no big deal for you.
I'm saying the smokescreen is against not just men, but women, and everybody that's got a different name or doesn't have a passport. They're trying, well, the hell with it. If it's that hard, I'm not even going to do it.
Hey, it's not happening.
No, it's a smokescreen.
Not yet.
That's what he said.
None of this, you all are getting all excited, and what you missed last night was Trump. He failed to even address what he wanted to get done. He's not getting it done. The SAVE Act is not going to pass.
Well, that's what he ended up. He ended up hollering for the SAVE Act. That's how he ended up.
Yeah, I mean, that was all he was trying to do. And he the beauty of having Trump get on TV is the American people actually fucking see him.
Except they didn't air it. That's what pissed me off. Is I wanted the networks to air it, and they didn't.
But if you read everything going on, it's like the whole thing. The big headline was China has their voter registration list, and the only problem I've got with the news is they didn't point out that every 2-bit politician across the United States has their voter registration list.
I am going to say this.
Aired it last night. MS Now, they cut after about 20 minutes. They cut him off, and then Jen Psaki started analyzing what he'd already said. But NBC covered it wire to wire.
When I went to get my stuff that I needed to get the real ID in my state, I know from the fees I needed to pay for my birth certificate, for the fees I needed to pay for my marriage license, and for the gas to drive from place to place to place to place to get all these things cost me over $200. I should not have to pay over $200 to identify myself.
For sure.
They're trying to scare people away from the polls. That's what it's all about.
That's all it is.
But I mean, I get what you're saying, Jack, that it seemed, I thought this SAVE Act was completely dead. In fact, this graphic that I made weeks and weeks ago when this was getting debated, and I put it away, but then I've gotten concerned that old dumbass is getting his people all revved up to assault Congress with phone calls today, and these Republicans who just roll over for him are going to somehow get this thing passed. And I don't think so, but I don't think we can dismiss it as a possibility because
died twice.
It'll depend on today whether they get the phone calls that he was asking people to make.
On your point number.
I don't think he will.
I don't either, but I want to.
I don't think he did as good a job on this as he did on the Iran war.
I think the MAGA people didn't see the speech. They don't watch C-SPAN. They watch Fox News. And
they're getting
mine watched it on CBS. Mine watched it on CBS.
Oh.
It was not on ABC or NBC.
I actually think you all are giving him more credence than his own people do.
Well, look how far we've come down. I said stuff like this 2 years ago, and nobody believed me. Oh,
34% of the people believe everything the son of a bitch says. Now, that's a hell of a factor in the election. I mean, you got to realize that.
Boy, some of these commenters are they're off in their own little universe.
Yeah.
Well, David Salazar, 1123, says voter IDs pass the Democrats, the Democrats, he says, will never win another
bitty
election.
bots?
He's kind of like on the right track there if he gets this goddamn thing passed.
While y'all are just spreading these manufactured bumper stickers, at least tell us how's the weather in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, they're either Russians.
What time is it in Moscow?
Let's ask Alexa.
They're either Russians or these 50-year-old computer geeks.
Alexa, what's the weather in St. Petersburg,
It's
Russia?
hot as hell over there, I'll tell you that.
Currently 76 degrees and mostly cloudy in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Well,
Today's high is 77 with a pleasant evening ahead.
Any rain? Gonna be any rain?
No rain in sight for St. Petersburg. It's looking dry today and tomorrow. With just
Y'all got good weather. You need to get out. You folks need to get outside and enjoy your good weather and quit harassing us with your bumper stickers.
That's St. Petersburg, Florida's forecast.
No, it said Russia.
It said Russia.
No, I was asking for Russia.
Okay,
Alaska,
that's the same damn forecast.
Ask for Moscow, Russia, not Moscow, Idaho.
What would you like me to listen for?
I don't know, Alexa. I wasn't talking to you. What are you talking about now?
My bad. I thought you said listen to me.
No.
It sounds like you were just talking
I'm ready
to someone
for you
else.
to stop talking,
I'll
Alexa.
stay quiet unless you need me.
Yeah, okay.
Shut up.
It's listening to you all the time, Craig.
Yeah, of course it is.
Every minute of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, who else? When David's working, I got to talk to somebody. So that's why I do these
Katie, how's the
podcasts.
smoke up there today?
Your Alexa's like the wife from hell.
Katie, how's the smoke?
Smoke. Oh, yeah, you got those fires.
Katie, in Minnesota.
What about this? What? I'm sorry.
How bad is it today?
I have not gone outside because I don't want to breathe the air.
Fucking horrible here.
It's we have the real yellowy kind of cloudy stuff, but we have both Canadian and Minnesota fires hitting us. So
yeah, so I'm asking.
It's lovely.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah, my buddy that's in Philadelphia said that it was horrible. He said it's worse. It's worse than even like LA smog kind of feel.
And I'm not sure if they were talking about Canada or Minnesota, but they said don't expect the fires to go completely out until we get snow.
Correct.
Oh shit.
You know,
they're not going to get. They're not even able to get in and slow them down.
No, they did actually at the Boundary Waters. That has slowed down quite a bit, actually.
You can buy air filters on Amazon specifically for smoke.
Yeah.
Make sure they have these air filter units. They cost about $100. They come with different filters. Some of them are for pet dander, but some of them are for smoke. So if you get an air filter with a smoke filter in it, you can keep the air inside your house relatively smoke-free.
Oh no, the air inside our house is just fine. We have a filtration system with our central air, so we have a fairly new house.
Senator from Ohio, and he's suing Canada for not taking care of their forest.
See, that's bullshit. It's a natural thing that happens.
That's the thing. I mean, that's a real thing. He did that.
God, idiot people.
That's what I'm wondering on this. Talking about the managing the forest, are we also paying for the price of doing all that last 100 years of fire suppression, that, there is, in addition to the global warming, we also have the problem of way too much.
I mean, we set
fuel
fire
in the forest.
It's overwhelming. I don't think they got the manpower to do it, because Marino's thing was they should have used controlled burns so they could kind of control this. And Canada just lets them go, I guess. That's what he said.
They basically grew up those forests and stuff. We're used to the Indians burning them off every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. So that might have been better off, I guess.
Well, Mayor Mamdani is handing out N95s at all the fire stations and things for people, so the people in New York can breathe.
I had mine on yesterday, just going to get gasoline for my van. It's a goddamn heavy smoke.
So sorry that you guys are getting all the smoke from Minnesota and Canada. We're sorry we have crazy things that happen here. At least we don't. Every time I shovel snow, I say no hurricanes, no earthquakes, no alligators. So, yeah, we deal with fires every so often and smoke, but not a big deal.
But you're helping save democracy.
Exactly.
Democracy. Because I think
proud
I woke up
to
this
lose
morning.
1976.
Every bit of paradise has its little demons.
Yeah.
I put up with ticks.
I know. I hate ticks.
I put up with pigeons.
You and your pigeons.
Pigeons and rats.
Fine, I saw that. I'm going to buy for you, Craig, and send it to you.
Winged rats, huh?
I put up with squirrels and raccoons and groundhogs.
But my random thought, my first, I always try to remember my first random thought when I wake up. And my first random thought this morning was I got to thinking about that when that Biden's poll numbers started plummeting with the pullout from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And I think we'll look back, and I think the turning point, the downward slide for Trump was Minnesota and Renee Good and the killing of Renee Good and that guy. I think that we will because if you look at the polling, that's when he began a slide in approval rating, just like Biden did after Afghanistan. So,
because the ICE raids weren't anything big. The ICE raids in Minnesota weren't anything big. Yeah, we had the reports out of LA and Chicago and Portland and stuff, but nothing actually happened until Minnesota that was a death.
Well, I think you got to understand, if something happens in LA, they're always doing crazy stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But this is Minnesota. Minnesota's, got the.
We're a flyover state.
You all have a great reputation.
Yeah, yeah.
And for it to happen in basically peaceful Minnesota, I mean, New York City, sure. They did crazy stuff there, Washington, D.C. We don't pay any attention to the big cities. But Minnesota, man, you people are nice.
It made a difference. Because, I mean, the thing is, when Mary Tyler's pissed off, Mary Tyler Moore is pissed off, then everybody's pissed off.
Oh, yeah. We are passive-aggressive people with top the tater and tater tot hot dish. Yeah. That's what we are here.
I think those protests and I mean, and y'all handled it so well. I mean, there was no violence. The protesters were creative. You had big numbers. I mean, I don't think Stephen Miller saw that coming at all.
He definitely didn't see the dildos going onto his ICE vehicles. That was brilliant.
And they didn't know what to do. They even went after the poor people in the frog costumes in Portland and put pepper spray into their air holes.
Yeah.
That's why I feel the same way now about what's happening in Maine. Because I think Maine has a similar
New Jersey
reputation.
For that matter.
Yeah.
Well, New Jersey has. I'm talking about the reputations with the rest of the country, like we're talking about with Minnesota.
So here's the thing.
I think Maine has a reputation with the rest of the country for being reasonable people. New Jersey, not so much. But Maine, I think. Seeing Mainers get upset like this, I think has a big impact, just like Minnesota did. And I think the administration knows it. That's why they were trying that pause thing. And then old dumbass just blew that out of the water. He blew their cover. He said, "We're not
8 hours
pause."
later. Is Homan on thin ice now because he said that, and then Trump says, "The hell with that. We're going to stop."
Well, Homan was the first one to back off. I don't know who they're going to blame for starting that pause idea. And of course, Susan Collins is still.
Next thing I knew, it was Trump saying he was wrong, and he's not going to eliminate that.
And now you got Susan Collins, who's still trying to hang on to it here, this pause thing. I think she's the one pushing it.
Have been raised, however, I believe that the DHS position of having a halt in these
See, here's where she's freaking out after what Trump did. When she had worked out, she's the one that announced the pause. When she said she had discussed it with Homan and they had agreed to a pause, right? And then she announced it, and that was her way of dealing with this issue and getting on top of it. And then Trump turns around and blows it all up. And this is her first reaction after what Trump did.
Traffic stops until we know more answers is the right way to go. It can be that in certain emergency situations,
we have a crisis going on, and she's acting like she doesn't even understand we're in crisis mode.
Yeah, and the other thing, Jack, I noticed is she's in the Senate. She's wandering around the Senate saying all this stuff. Why aren't you in Maine? I mean, that's the other thing.
Because she would get treated just like Janet Mills got treated.
Yeah.
Oh man, did they ever go after her?
And the thing is, did they ever say anything? Did she just call Homan and say, you've got to stop this because this is hurting my campaign? And he said, oh yeah, we'll back off. And so she said that, and there was never any intention, and there was never actually any directive.
Who knows? I mean, all I know is it started with her. The pause, the talk about a pause came from her.
Called and said, this is going to hurt my campaign. Yeah. Please stop this.
Sure. Yeah,
you know?
Sure. And then Trump, and then they had that little scheme worked out, and Trump blew it out of the water, which he does so often to his own people. Yeah.
Well,
and we had the debate. Now, like I was saying before, it's always about the clip. And the thing is, Troy Jackson, he was fine in the debate last night. I agree with Nash. You're right. He was like more everyman and came across, for the working class man. But he clipped pretty well too. To me, it's more important how these debates clip afterwards, because that's what most people see. And
Senator Collins is just a rubber stamp for the wealthy elite in this country. All across the state, people are having a hard time to pay for health insurance, prescription drugs, child care, nursing homes. I mean, you name it. And Senator Collins has done nothing. Actually, when she talks about bringing money into the hospitals, how much more money did she take away from the hospitals in the big, beautiful bill? I mean, that is what.
Now, I thought that was a great moment, and he made this point 2 or 3 times because he's dealing with the whole issue of, well, she's chairman of appropriations, she brings a lot of money to Maine, but then he's making the point, well, look at what
the problem is she won't stand up for the average working class people in this state.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
That was Troy Jackson.
Okay.
He's the one probably going to get. Do you agree, Nash, that Nash is actually going to be a voter? You were going to vote for Bellows? Are you switching to Jackson?
We don't vote for candidates. I guess we vote for delegates, and the delegates, the people who put themselves forward as delegates, have made it clear who they stand for. So yeah, I'm going to support Jackson.
Well, Jackson won the debate.
Well, they're basically doing it the old-fashioned caucus method.
Mm-hmm. Now your meeting is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, tell us all about it.
This is a brand new procedure. I posted everything on the Trail Mix today. If you want to read the whole detailed procedure, but basically, each county is going to have a virtual meeting tomorrow at 2:00, and I will log in and I will vote for.
Oh.
I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but I'm going to vote for delegates. And the delegates are going to go to a state convention on the 25th of July and choose a nominee.
Oh, now it's all remote tomorrow? You're not going somewhere?
It's virtual. I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it is?
It's a virtual thing. everything across.
So you're gonna totally miss out on the little smokies in the crock pot and
no smoke-filled back rooms.
and all the interesting. I don't know what Maine does. I know this is what my local Dallas County used to do.
Well, they've never done this before. This is a brand new process.
Yeah, well, it's a virtual caucus then.
Yeah.
Is it still going to be ranked, or is it just?
No, I'm not sure. They may do that at the convention. The delegates might do a ranked procedure at the convention, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. I'm supposed to vote, and I don't know if my county has to choose 149 delegates. It's the largest county in Maine.
And how do you determine the?
Well, each delegate, I think, has given a little bio of who they are.
No, okay.
I think that's what's going to happen, and I have to choose. I might have to choose 149 people, but I don't think so. I think somehow I'm going to choose somebody who supports Jackson.
That's how we did it for the Denton County Democratic Convention to decide who was going to go to Houston for the big convention.
That's how they, well, actually, for ours, it was you just showed up at the meeting and they just picked you. That's how we do it in Wright County, Minnesota.
We did, and how they did it is they had a cutoff on, you had to have, 15% of the people in the room to support you to send a delegate. And so they did basically a ranked choice voting right there, where if your person didn't reach 15%, you got to re-vote and pick among the ones that did of who you supported. And then the people who supported this particular candidate were the ones that chose the delegate. Now, I don't think you can do that virtually, but
well, I think it's kind of disappointing that they're not doing it in person. That takes a little of the fun out of it.
Well, I think they're doing it to increase participation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because this was going to be held in Bangor, and Bangor is like a 3-hour drive from where I am.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Your county is that big?
It's up in the northern part of the state that is sparsely populated. So all these people from the southern part of the state, which is where the majority of people in Maine live, would have to drive.
What is the per acre population of Maine? I mean, you got more dirt than people.
We're bigger than Wyoming.
We got more rocks than anything.
Yeah.
Bangor's a nice town, though. I've been there a lot.
I always think it's interesting to look at the map of America and they go, well, look at all the people that voted, but they're showing the state maps, and it's like all of that's empty land. Look at the population map on top of it, and it's
right.
Land doesn't vote.
Well, up in northern Maine, there's 2 million acres of forest that's owned by logging companies, and nobody lives out there. There are dirt roads, logging roads out there. You can drive out there, you can hunt, you can fish, you can camp out there, but you're going onto private land and you have to pay an access fee. But there's this huge area of land. There's nobody lives there. It's immense.
Maine is so much bigger than most people realize.
Yeah.
Roscoe, have you been living under a rock? We got rid of Plattner.
What is Roscoe? Hello, Roscoe. Welcome.
He's a little behind
July.
the times.
Oh yeah, Dan Osborne, one of the Senate candidates for Nebraska. He's getting grief because they're saying that he helped pick Plattner, and he's like, I did not help pick Plattner, but somebody on his campaign was involved.
I will take Plattner over Steve Miller any day of the week.
Yeah. I got Hey, Jamie.
Roscoe, you own Steve Miller.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I just realized you triggered me. Oh, shoot, where we got it.
We need Miller again up on screen there.
Yeah,
here we go. Yeah, whenever there's a mention.
Are these the neighbors that you want in your city? No. These are the criminal migrants that Kamala Harris brought into your community. And as swiftly as they came, Donald Trump will send them back.
Und das Andenken dieser 7.
We will from now on say the person that we dare not mention.
I'm warning you.
The person
I can't tell you how many hours I spent finding those clips to mash that together. I spent most of a weekend making that tape, so I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I don't call him Stephen Miller. I call him Stephen Miller.
Good job, Craig. Good job.
Nick Fuentes, get this. Nick Fuentes, who's always said he's America first, is now saying Democrats are America first.
Oh, is that?
He said, I would say the Democrats, in their focus on housing and health care, is an indirect way that they are American first. Meanwhile, the Republicans are shoveling money to Israel.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Fuentes is a Hispanic guy who is a white supremacist organization.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He's neo-Nazi.
Yeah, he sure is.
So the only reason I'm really thinking he's saying these things is to get his people more interested in what he's saying. You know, like he's got to drop a bomb and then have people come to his lives.
The other thing is,
here's Carville. Carville's yapping.
That generation
They
can't
would
buy
be
houses.
anti-Netanyahu, but they're pro-Israel, the state of Israel. Just like you can be anti-Trump but be pro-America.
I'm pro-USA. I'm anti-Trump. I don't see. That's not a stupid position. That's actually a consistent position to have. I am pro-Israel. I'm anti the policies of the Netanyahu government.
I want you to watch what Democratic Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania told our colleague Manu Raju about all of this. Listen to this.
I've got
always
that.
Expressed my
I'll wait.
dismay.
I'm here. Hang on, I'm trying to stop this. Okay, there. What's that, Claire?
So I've had that on and been reading the closed captioning, and Carville was reaming out CNN and all the other networks for not carrying Trump live.
Yeah.
Like he said he's Looney Tunes, and the rest of the country needs to see it. And that it was a bad thing that they didn't all carry it live, so everybody could see what a nutcase he is.
Well, what
I mean, that's the way I felt back in the campaign. I would get so frustrated during the campaign because I was watching all those MAGA rallies and all that crazy stuff, you know, about whales and
the whales is weird.
Cancer and wind turbines causing cancer and on and on and on. You would go, and nobody in the middle, none of the independent swing voters were seeing any of it. And a lot of people who voted for him had no idea the man's fucking insane.
Are you saying ABC?
But you know what? Everybody
cover
can feel what their wallet feels like now. They know who's in charge.
Well, I mean, there's that.
They have all three branches of government plus basically, and they can't afford anything anymore.
What networks did not cover it? What networks did not cover it last night?
ABC and NBC.
NBC covered it. I watched it on NBC.
ABC. We're saying.
CBS covered it. CBS covered it. PBS covered it.
Inflation is down. Where is inflation down?
Where do you live? Because I want to move there.
The liberal network, NPR, covered it. If you had your radio on, you could listen to it.
Well, NPR. I'm talking about swing voters. I wanted swing voters watching Pitt or whatever to have their favorite shows interrupted by network television. That's what I was looking for.
Hey,
we went looking for it.
That is so 1960s.
That's what I wanted. I want it in front of them. Yeah.
Who watches network TV?
Katie watches the Pit, don't you?
Yeah, but I have it on streaming services. I don't even have cable.
It's just,
there's no point in having cable. It's too expensive.
And get irritated if there's commercials.
Yeah.
You do realize that those prices were not driven up by Joe Biden. It was literally because of the pandemic.
And
why do people forget that happened?
There was also a conspiracy among the major egg producers to artificially raise prices and take advantage of COVID.
Yep.
There was virus that killed off.
And then prices were coming down, but then Trump installed those stupid illegal tariffs, and everything went jack crazy.
Eggs were never $12 a dozen.
Right.
The I could was like
briefly they got up to $5.
In Texas, they got up to $8.
Everybody quit buying eggs and they dropped back.
Jack, in Texas, they got up to $8.
I could get you the screenshot. I made a screenshot of what I paid at Safeway for eggs the week Trump was inaugurated. The week before Trump was inaugurated, and it was $2.49.
Yeah,
and, it was not $12 under Biden when he left office.
But after COVID, when they had all the problems and stuff, at one point it got up to $8, and then it came back down.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just like gas prices. I mean, inflation and everything. Everybody knows
but
that
it was price
COVID.
gouging too, because the egg producers got together and said, "Hey."
Even farmers have talked about that.
Pandemic of bird flu.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you something about cable TV. My cable bill and internet bill combined was $338 a month.
Yeah.
And I started making phone calls, and I had to call about 10 times. I said, look, that's ridiculous. I got my bill reduced by $161 a month just by being persistent. And they said, well, we have a plan here we can hook you up with. So if you're real persistent and tell them, say, that's too much, they will work with you.
Oh, God. These guys are they're wow. Just wow.
We've got a free We've got an antenna in the attic that that's how we pick it up.
Yeah.
But
your commenters, the YouTube algorithm is being very special with us today, aren't they?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what the robots are doing? The robots are like, let's go get them some maggots.
Sitting there with a voice of sanity.
Yeah.
I want to give the Portland, we got to honor local news when they do a good job. And the Portland Herald got identified the killer of the main victim.
Yeah, and he's a piece of work.
Because they identified him, an ex-wife of his came forward, and we've learned a lot about what an abusive creep this guy was that killed the guy. And but as a side note, I just want to note that
he's also a realtor if you're in the market for
Herald
a house.
Credit.
He's a realtor.
And here he is. There he is right there. There's our main killer.
Now, does he have a body camera on that suit?
That's the question.
You can't see him. The chest, it's on the middle of the chest, so you can't see it.
So we need to see more stills from that location because I think they had body cameras.
Has he been arrested?
No, that we know of. I didn't see any reports on it yet.
Those body cameras are so unreliable. You know?
Well, they're unreliable if you don't wear them and you don't turn them on.
Every time a police officer fires his gun, they go on the blitz. I'm telling you.
No one deserves to be killed.
That little bit of vibration knocks them off.
No one deserves to be killed for just living their daily life.
Yep.
He's just trolling us. That's just
trolling. Oh no, I know it.
But this I found interesting. Here's his ex-wife called. So after she sees the Portland Press Herald publish his name, she calls him and she tells this story about that he called her after the incident. And this is his ex-wife. So we can kind of try to figure that out. But anyway, he was asking me to lie for him and to cover for his character. I told him I was not going to lie for him. And then he tried to say that it was justified shooting because the guy tried to hit him with his car.
And that's exactly what they said in Houston. That's what they said about Renee Good.
Yep.
Hey,
yep.
And we all saw that.
You know what
didn't happen at all.
You know what the real thing to take away from this?
Yeah.
If you're gonna blow somebody away, don't have an ex-wife.
and don't call her.
Don't call her.
And tell her to do this.
He's not wearing a face. He's not wearing a face covering
tell him
either.
about all the shit I did to you?
Yeah.
And then
Probably
another
told her
ex
he was going to kill her if she didn't stick up for her.
and she's not the only one. Then another ex-wife contacted and said that she divorced him after years of physical abuse. I mean, so this guy's a real winner.
Well,
I mean, this
and
is who ICE is hiring. I mean,
One of them said that they called his military, whoever's ahead of him, because he was in the military and he had some mental health issues.
oh, great.
So
This is who ICE is hiring.
That's what they want.
And this is
Yeah,
who
that was. I was reading.
the Army is recruiting.
I think it was the Washington Post article on him, and it was just you're sitting there going, how did they recruit this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't even get a job as a police cop in the local, little town where he was at.
Well, we learned early on when they first started hiring the 10,000 agents. They hired 10,000. Let's not forget. It was a big number, and they did it fast. And one of the ways they were doing it, they were putting ads on the dark web and all these crazy places where Proud Boys and all those other characters hang out. And at the same time, they dropped the educational requirement. And they cut the training period down to 8 weeks from something.
I mean, this guy he shouldn't even been having a gun under federal law.
No.
Right.
No.
He's involved in domestic violence.
Well, they
automatically-
got rid of the red flag law, though, didn't they? Where domestic abusers can't own guns anymore. Didn't the Trump administration do something about that?
I don't
Make
know.
sure that-
Mel Gibson have a
Some
gun
of that
back.
has to be passed through Congress, and I don't think it has.
Maine
No,
had
They
a
can
red
ignore it.
Trump let Mel Gibson have his gun back after his
Yep.
charges.
What's her
Maine had a
name?
red-
Testified for that yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why she got fired, because she wouldn't approve it.
We have
Maine
the most
had a
elite
red flag
warriors on
law.
the face of the earth.
They got rid of it, but
Every
the
single day,
Democrats have put it back
you are
in
pushed
place.
to your absolute physical and mental.
Now put this
limits.
in the context.
The
Now, in the context of that's who they're hiring. They want to
demand your
hire
all,
people like that
and we
guy.
get it.
And then here's
But while we
Hegseth.
invest
He wants to
heavily
give
in our
them more
weapon systems,
testosterone.
platforms, and gear,
That's all they
our
need.
most
Because we need roid
decisive
rage.
tactical advantage will always be the individual warfighter. We have a sacred duty to maintain that advantage, which
Now
is why
here-
we must constantly look for new
Now
ways
he's
to optimize
duty.
your
pushing
performance,
These
your
soldiers to go
resilience,
get more
and your
testosterone.
long-term health.
This is
And to
not
meet that
it.
commitment
Yeah.
today,
This is what the
I'm
Nazis
authorizing
did.
a new screening
Trying
program
to
for
create super racist
testosterone
soldiers.
deficiency for
A
our
new
servicemen,
screening program.
ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate
Yeah.
at your absolute
Right.
best.
So they
Yeah,
want
you're
to
absolutely
roid
not about
crazy,
artificial
crazy
enhancements.
people.
It's about
This is
restoring
Dr.
and
Mandela effect.
optimizing
That's what this
your
is.
natural capabilities, protecting your longevity, and ensuring you have the biological foundation
No.
required to
What is he talking about?
Did you ever
I
watch
think
the
that-
movie Jacob's
We have the
Ladder?
most
And by the
elite
way,
warriors
that, you
on
know,
the face of the
this
earth.
is gender.
Every single day.
What do they
you are
call it?
pushed to your
Gender
absolute
affirming
physical
care.
and mental limit.
This is the crowd that hates gender
Gender
affirming care.
selection.
I
That's
looked
what it is.
it up. Testosterone replacement
Testosterone.
therapy is literally called
So
gender
yeah,
affirming care.
Yeah.
it is.
Literally.
This is shit that's coming from the manosphere. It's all this macho bullshit, you know?
Yep.
You gotta
Yeah.
get tattoos, you gotta lift weights, you gotta
No,
take
all you have to do is
steroids,
be like
and then
Erling
you'll be a
Haaland
real
in
man.
Norway.
It's to make soldiers. Did you ever watch the movie Jacob's Ladder? If you haven't, watch that. You'll understand what this is all about. It's that give these guys all jacked up on extra testosterone so they'll become more vicious killers. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all it is.
And they'll be more vicious with all the women that they're around too.
And it's all based on bullshit science.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like these people are reading, what is it, National Enquirer stuff. But that's their reading material.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You go, what?
They're all. I mean, you're a gamer, Katie. Do you interact with anybody who is like that?
No.
Good. Okay.
No. Don't get me wrong. There are people that are in my games and stuff that are like that, but there's not an overabundance. Believe me, not at all. At least in what I play.
Okay.
I mean, this is crap a 13-year-old boy worries about.
Yeah,
I know.
And they are stunted.
This is stuff a man worries about.
They are stunted. They are emotionally stunted.
Well, I mean, there is the male loneliness epidemic, so maybe he's trying to help with that.
Well, but the thing is, they're lonely because they don't know how to act like human beings, decent human beings.
They're Neanderthals.
That's the whole problem.
And women have raised their standards that they're not going to deal with people who may or may not attack them.
An example of our standard is Erling Haaland, the football player from Norway.
Yes.
Who takes time for people and folds his jacket up before he gives it to the kit manager and does all this sweet stuff. So
well, I'm gonna wind up here with Joe and Talarico and Mika talking about. Am I saying it wrong? How do you pronounce that damn word? Testosterone.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
Testosterone, yeah. And they have a conversation about testosterone. I mean, I don't know why. This is just what a world we live in. Anyway, anybody wants
big game Sunday.
Oh, what's Sunday?
Nash, have a good time. Have a good time at your
oh yeah, Nash. Office. Nash, we'll be watching for your reports on Trail Mix.
I'll tell you exactly how the process worked. I still don't know how it's going to work.
I don't think they know. I don't think they know either.
Dexter, tomorrow
it's all going to be patient, and it's all going to be new.
They're supposed to post detailed instructions prior to 2:00 tomorrow, so hopefully I'll have some instructions when it goes online.
Hey, Dexter, tomorrow France and England.
All right, everybody wants to continue the conversation. It's over at trailmix.cc, and here's Talarico trying to deal with this pressing issue of our times, testosterone.
Bye, everyone.
He says you're not manly enough to actually. This guy says.
Oh, it's Dan Patrick.
He says you're not manly enough to represent the people in Texas, and he's concerned about your low T levels.
He looks like Jane Lynch.
I've never seen that picture of him.
He looks very.
There's a parody.
No,
tell us about their obsession with.
Now watch Talarico try to deal with this.
Yeah, when I first heard this low T thing, I had to look it up. Guys my age aren't really worried about that kind of thing, but I think people are.
Really people problem. Okay.
You don't like it too.
Professional wrestling in our politics. Yeah. These old guys who are lathered up in their fake tan, throwing these corny nicknames at each other. People are wanting serious leaders who are going to get this economy back on track, who are going to start to lower costs, who are going to start to raise pay. And people are catching on to the fact that these corny nicknames don't lower the cost of groceries, don't lower the cost of prescription drugs, don't lower the price of gas.